So many of you have chosen to go your own way, but something you need to be aware of is what this indicates to narcissists. When they discover someone who's gone their own way, they know what this means. They know you're very special, they know you're very different, and they know that you've got a lot to offer. All the lone wolves, chosen ones, empaths, and genuine souls, you have gone your own way for your own reasons because you've realized that a lot of people are fake, a lot of people aren't real, a lot of people are inauthentic, and you've dealt with narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths in all kind of aspects of life, relationships, romantic relationships, friendships, family members, colleagues, associates. You've dealt with them. They're all the same. You've come across them. Some are worse than others, but you've dealt with your fair share. But what this indicates when you come across someone new, which might not be on your radar right now in your own mind, but you will come across new people, new associates, new colleagues at work, new friends. And when they come across you as someone who sticks to themselves, someone who doesn't follow the crowd, a narcissist might be, an idiot in the nicest possible way I can say it. But they are aware that you've chosen to do that. They don't look at it as no one else wants you, or no one wants to affiliate with you. They look at it like you've given so much to people in your past. So this is why the ones that you're going to come across in the future, you need to be aware of that they're going to put on the best performance to be around you. The absolute best performance to come in your company. You see, they might offer, they'll go as far as trying to impress you, perhaps with money, perhaps with things. It can look like they're very generous. It can look, that's just one example I can give, but they'll really go into full force to try and prove themselves to you because they realize that you've got a lot of boundaries in place. You're focused on your own path, and they know if they can orientate your focus onto them, they're gonna fly real high. You see, they're gonna go real high. They're gonna go places, and they're aware of that. All right, now this is the fundamental reason why I say don't discuss with people. You can, not bend the truth. I don't want to say, I'm not saying lie, but you can mention a couple things to people and stuff, because sometimes it's nice to express, and you do that sometimes. But if you're talking about like opening up completely and everything like that, and we all get caught in that aspect sometimes, but really try your hardest not to, because leave them guessing and wondering, right? They'll think they figured you out, but you need to keep your boundaries firmly in place to the point that they can't break those down. Because I'm telling you, there's going to be people that come along your way and they're targeting you for this exact reason. In fact, many of you don't identify as a chosen one, but these narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths will know that you're chosen. They'll know that God set you apart from the rest. And they know that if they can get your attention on them and your focus on them, you're gonna go on a complete detour with them, and they know this. So perhaps when you click this video, you thought I was gonna say, "Oh, it's because you're alone. That's why they target you." And And yes, narcissists do that, but in this case, that's not the reason. It's slightly different from you being alone. Many of you have been in the place where you're lonely, and many of you are still in that place now where you feel lonely and stuff like that. But that's why I say work hard and persevere and establish finding your own happiness. I do mention this frequently to people in sessions about finding your own fulfillment and happiness in your own self before you engage with new people. Because all you'll realize is you're just trying to fill voids within inside yourself that's not worth going down with certain individuals and certain paths. Okay, so all I'm saying is to you, even these people at work, these people, you know, friends and whatnot, new people that you meet, they realize that you're just on your own journey. Okay, and it's hard to draw you out, and that's why they really put on a performance to try and be around you. And just watch out for this, please watch out for this, because sorry, excuse me, they will target you. A lot of you are lone wolves, and like I said, I was doing this segment some months back about the lone wolf, and you know, if it's something that you like or you want to hear more of, then I've got more to discuss on the topic. But like I always say in the segment, unless this is your first time here, lone wolves will find their pack. You will unite with your pack at the right time. It's just, it's, you know, you've got a lot of work to do. You know, they talk about the lone wolf, but the lone wolf does unite with his pack. You know, it does find his pack. Okay, and they're alone for a period of time. So, you know, if you look into the scriptures and stuff like that, people call it the season of isolation and things like that. And it's something that people can't tolerate. People can't tolerate it. Okay. And you see, even when I look at my own life, I've been so much more productive in times that I've spent it alone than in times of company. I've been so much more productive, in just so much more dedicated and disciplined and focused. And obviously, I'm not perfect. You know, we slip up, but honestly, I've been so much more productive, and that's why I just want to try and share that with you, so you know this. But just realize that these narcissists are scouting, you know, scouting people to find someone like you. They know you've been bitten. They know you've been hurt. They can, even when I advise you don't open up about it, they can tell. Not because you look like trauma. I'm not saying that, no. They can tell because you've got boundaries in place. It's like you've learned lessons to where you're not just opening up and you're free and everything like that and expressing everything. You see, you've got boundaries in place, and they can tell. So they want to try and push down these boundaries. But how they try to push down these boundaries is with love bombing, is with being overly kind and generous and all the rest, to try and wow you, to let your boundaries come down, because they know what this means if they can get you. And because you're an awakened empath, you're an awakened chosen one, you're a lone wolf, and they realize that you don't have distractions. They realize that this is someone that is loyal, okay, not someone who plays about and cheats and all of that. People do that in life, right? But or some people, just off the topic, some people in narcissistic relationships I come across in sessions have cheated on the narcissist because they were pushed to do it. But obviously, as you develop and ascend and grow, it's not something you'll do. So I'm not making no judgments here if any of you have done that to the narcissist or something like that. I'm just saying, as you ascend and elevate and grow, and you realize that's not something you would do. So by the time you come across these new types of narcissists, sociopaths and psychopaths and whatever toxic individuals they are, they're aware that you're someone that gives your heart your all in friendships, in romantic relationships, in family and everything like that. You give your all, even in work. You know, you try your best, or to the best of your efficiency, you try your best, and you're dedicated in your craft, right? Or if it's looking after your children, you're dedicated to looking after your children. They can tell that you and many of you don't have children. That's okay. I'm just saying that they can tell that you are focused towards, you've got a lot to offer and a lot to give, right? So this is the main reason why they're targeting you as lone wolf empaths. So I want you to take it, you know, on board. This is what you are, okay? And it's for a season. You can find your pack, but it's not gonna be someone that's displaying slight toxic signs already. It's like, it's not going to be someone that's overly trying to be involved in your life. If you come across another fellow empath or another fellow lone wolf, really it's going to be so slow burning you know, and many of you are so used to love bombs in romantic relationships that it might seem boring to you, to be honest. I'm sorry to break it down to you like that, but the chosen one relationship, as much as you'll have a real solid connection and you can build a really solid connection, it's not going to have that lust or that love bomb kind of feel to it, okay? Which might seem disinteresting to you because you're used to people love bombing you and really trying hard and putting in all this effort. All right, so just understand, this is the real reason they target you, because they know you've got a lot to give. Okay, I could go deeper into this, but I'll draw the video to a close here. And if it's something that you like, just put it in the comment section that you want to hear more on the lone wolf subject. You will all find your pack, okay? And you know, I'll mention this just before I draw it to a close. Sorry, someone said to me, "Hey Zion, like, what you'd be alone for the rest of your life?" I said, "Yeah, you know, I would, because I'm selective." You know, all of us have opportunities to be around people and stuff like that, but we choose not to. And then even if we experience rejection or people acting funny, it's because they don't understand us to that level. They'll learn to recognize further down the line. Okay, I know this to be true, swear it to be true, I know it to be true. There's such a huge misconception around how narcissists behave. They really recognize you when you go on with your life and you progress. And one of the main things for your ascension and growth is going through the season of isolation, or the lone wolf empath, or lone wolf chosen one, that I like to call it. Okay, this is what you are. All right, and you've probably always been that, even if you was around a lot of people throughout your life, or you may have always been around on your own through your life. But I guarantee there's a comfort in your own company. There's a comfort in your own life, doing your own thing, living by your rules, walking down the street. I remember someone said to me, "I was like, I wish I could be like you, and just walk around on my own." And then I didn't realize, but I found out he actually got stabbed. Okay, and I think, I'm not saying it because, you know, he was older than me, this guy. That's all. I've known him for years, and I'm just saying, it's just because I just do my own thing. I don't engage with this egotistical stuff and all of that, and what happened when you're walking on the street or whatever. These sorts of things that just I just do my own thing. Okay, and obviously there's a lot of mystery around you as the lone wolf empath and chosen one. There's a lot of mystery around you, okay, and you're very appealing towards these narcissists because they know what this is. They're aware that this is someone that has a lot to offer, a lot to give, but is not just gonna openly, you know, give everything to them. So they will be on their A game. So you might go in a direction of a narcissist as opposed to a chosen one, because you think that date or something was boring with a chosen one. You don't realize they're a chosen one yet, and you end up going with a narcissist because they're love bombing you. So just watch out for this, right? And love bomb can happen in friendships and family and all types of relationships. Anyway, it's not just romantic relationships, but I just broke it down in that way. So anyway, everyone, thank you so much for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. If you'd like to donate or support to the channel, you can also find the link in the description box below. And check out the spiritual channel for more content, and I'll be back on a video soon. Peace.